Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we are discussing this IIT JEE trigonometry problem, and the question is if xi greater than 0 for I between 1 to n including 1 and n, and x1 plus x2 plus so on up to xn equals pi, then the greatest value of the sum sine x1 plus sine x2 plus sine x3 so on up to sine xn is equal to, and we are given 4 options, and it is a single answer correct question. In order to solve this question, we need to know a special property called Jensen inequality. Here it is. So the Jensen inequality for a convex function is that if you have convex function f for f of x1 plus f of x2 and so on up to f of xn, that is greater than or equal to n times f of x1 plus x2 plus so on up to xn divided by n, and if it is a concave function, then f of x1 plus f of x2 and so on up to f of xn is less than or equal to n times f of x1 plus x2 plus so on up to xn divided by n. Now, how do we use this formula in here? So we are given with the function sine x. So first, in order to apply this formula, we need to know that if sine x is convex or concave in the interval 0 to pi, right? Because sum of all those x values is pi, and we have xi greater than 0. Alright, so starting with the function itself, f of x equals sine x. In order to know if it is a convex or a concave function, we need to use the second derivative test. So we'll take first derivative first, that's cos x, and again the second derivative would be negative sine x. Now, for any of the values of x between 0 to pi, we need to check if the second derivative is negative or positive. If it is negative, then if the double derivative for these values is negative, it's less than 0, then we have a concave function. And if it is positive, then we have a convex function. For any of the values of x between 0 to pi, sine of x is positive, but we already have this negative sign here. That means the second derivative is negative, and if the second derivative is negative, the function is concave, and for concave function we'll be using the second Jensen inequality. Okay, great. So that means we can simply write sine x1 plus sine x2 so on up to sine xn is less than or equal to n times sine of x1 plus x2 and so on up to xn divided by n. And we are given with x1 plus x2 plus so on up to xn is equal to pi. That means the right hand side becomes n times sine of pi over n. And if I look at the options, that's option C. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, concerns, you can write them in comment section. Thank you.